slipping. Caddy on high, my paint never dry. Forge it out on the rim and the ties. Make it where niggas will never get by. Flipping the script on the hoe. Shine up the grill and leave it glow. Paper the dip and never show. Cut the fucking lot with super throw. Players out here on game. Pip me so cold on the hole of the two below that we can put out the flame. Of the blue hand of the roof of the coupe. All I got a band man who got change. Who got the number to the nearest bird it down and club the church for the glitch. Hit the pole to do a split. Cause we ball wines. We ain't talking about flights. Talking limit, come on, with the ice. Spent more on jail, I'm steak in the shrimp, then more gon' make it ain't life. We ain't tripped up, never hit up from the drink. Pick up where I left off on the dank. Flaked out, never stressed out of chain. Dressed out, get spread down with the crank. You hear that duck? I make it where these motherfuckers feel that duck. When the rim too big and the road ain't shit. You niggas hard to steal that there, but it's big bang, big bang, big bang, big bang. One time I wake up, cake up, then press rewind.
It's a new day, yes it is.
And it appears that making his return to Monday Night Raw here tonight is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. We saw his assault last night on who we believed to be Kane at the time, later revealed to be the team captain of Team Raw, Kenny Omega, after Samoa Joe unmasked him last night. A savage beatdown that followed, Samoa Joe picking up a victory over the team captain, Kenny Omega, and seemingly aligning himself with Team SmackDown, but it appears that he is out here on Monday Night Raw here tonight to make a statement perhaps. And he gets attacked from behind by, that's Adam Cole. What is Adam Cole doing out here? He's a SmackDown Live superstar too. Perhaps feeling betrayed by the antics of Samoa Joe appearing on a Raw pay-per-view. Adam Cole now laying it in on Samoa Joe. I'm not too sure what Adam Cole is doing here on Monday Night Raw tonight, but he just made a statement by attacking Samoa Joe. And Big E now going to look to pick the scraps on the outside, thanks to the beatdown at the hands of Adam Cole, but no, Samoa Joe able to sweep out the legs of Big E on the outside before he can gain too much of an advantage here. Joe now going to lift up Big E and slam him down on the entrance ramp. And the Samoan submission machine now screaming to the back for Adam Cole. Now looking to go back there, but perhaps readjusting his focus as he realizes that he is in a match right now with Big E. Now those grounded strikes that we saw him use on Kenny Omega last night as he revealed to the world the imposter that was Kenny Omega dressed up as Kane, ripping off the mask and raining down those strikes as he did last night. Big E now being sent back to the inside as Samoa Joe going to return to the inside of the ring, his own domain, which he can go to town on. Big E looking for that grounded DDT, but Big E now finding a reversal of his own, hoisting up Samoa Joe in a huge power slam, dropping him across the knee for the backbreaker. A second one to follow it up. Big E now going to look to build off that advantage that Adam Cole generated at the start of this match. I'm not too sure what that was about. Of course, we know Adam Cole's tag team partners in the Undisputed Era do reside here on Monday Night Raw as a tag team. Perhaps Adam Cole deciding he wants to jump ship before Survivor Series and provide Team Raw with a little bit of leverage that they've been lacking so far. Now Big E with a spear to the outside sends Samoa Joe crashing down by our barricade area. Now wrenching in on the side of the head of Samoa Joe, drilling those knuckles into the cheeks of Joe. Now here on the outside, Big E gonna look to hoist up Samoa Joe yet again. These are two big men, both able to lift each other up due to their tremendous strength. Samoa Joe now Going to be the one to lift up Big E. In a powerbomb position as he has Big E up. Going to bring him over by our apron. Now turning him around. Going to bring him over to the barricade. But no, Big E is able to fight out of it before Samoa Joe can mount any more damage. Now sending him back to the inside as the referee approaching the 10 count. I believe at a count of 7 there. Big E going to bring the action back to the inside and remain in this contest. Samoa Joe now, however, going to reap the benefits of the situation as now he goes for an exploder suplex, sending Big E into the turnbuckle pad. Going to follow it up now. Joe hoisting him back up. Going to Irish whip him across, ducking underneath. Samoa Joe now looking for that snap power slam off of the ropes, with Big E rebounding off of him. Fireman's carry takedown now from Samoa Joe, who connects with a series of strikes, a combination of jabs, and now gonna Irish whip him off of the ropes yet again, looking for that power slam, but unsuccessful on a second attempt. Now Big E with the headbutt to the back is gonna look for that hatch suplex, sending Samoa Joe halfway across the ring. Looking to hook the leg here, but that's not gonna do it for the Samoan submission machine, who's completely warmed up after his match last night with one of the top contenders here on Monday Night Raw, being Kenny Omega. Big E now scouting Samoa Joe, pleading him to get back up to his feet here, diving in for that shoulder tackle, but is scouted by the Samoan submission machine. And we saw last night after the assault from Samoa Joe, not only the contest that he, and now a half and half suplex from Samoa Joe. I got cut off by the action going on in the ring. Kota Ibushi, the best friend of Kenny Omega, in to make the save. Ibushi, a man that we have never seen here on Monday Night Raw, moving up from NXT to come help out his friend in one half of the Golden Lovers, is now Big E looking for the cover on Samoa Joe, but is unsuccessful yet again. And once again, going to drill those knuckles into the sides of the face of Samoa Joe. As I was saying, the Golden Lovers reuniting last night as Kota Ibushi in to make the save for Kenny Omega, perhaps aligning himself with Omega as part of Team Raw. And it looks like as of tonight we have at least 2 members of Team Raw, being Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Perhaps Adam Cole looking to make a statement for himself, perhaps trying to get in the good graces of the team captain Kenny Omega, who haven't left on the best of terms, as we know, in Ring of Honor. Adam Cole was super kicked out of the Bullet Club on his last independent appearance back at Death Before Dishonor, and was replaced with Marty Scurll at the hands of the leader of the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega. Big E now hoisting Samoa Joe back up, and is going to be countered with a reverse DDT as he slides out of that with such ease. Samoa Joe, an in-ring veteran of our sport, showing exactly what he's capable of here tonight as he sends Big E into the turnbuckle pad. Now from across the ring, he's going to look to come in for those shoulder tackles on Big E, sending him down in the corner over there. And now he's going to Irish whip him into the other turnbuckle pad, coming in with a huge leaping forearm smash that takes down Big E in the process. And with only a few days left to go before the Survivor Series pay-per-view, it being this Sunday, you got to think that Kenny Omega is desperate to find his last 2 members of the team, so perhaps he's going to reach out to Adam Cole and perhaps another member of the Raw locker room, as we saw last week. Now going for the pinfall here on Big E, but is yet another, only a 1 count on Samoa Joe. Now a wrestling takedown from Big E, looks to wrestle him down on the ground. That waistlock advantage. And we saw last week the Battle Royale to determine the team captain of Team Raw. Of course, Kenny Omega successful in that matchup. The last 2 members of that match being Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega. Now an overhead Death Valley driver at the hands of Samoa Joe is going to take down Big E Langston, as now from the corner Samoa Joe scouting him, calling him back up to his feet here, turning him around. The Samoan submission machine going to connect with a German suplex as he holds on now. He's going to look for the Chimera as he connects with the Dragon suplex. And now the Chimera Plex going to be finished off the trifecta with a straightjacket German as he hooks the arms now, looking for the cover on Big E, but no, only getting a 2 count. That was really close. The referee administering only a 2 count. Not having the best angle on that pinfall, might I add. And a snap power slam now from Samoa Joe that he was looking for this entire contest. Going to follow it up with an Uranagi on Big E, slamming him down on the mat. That huge sidewalk slam. Now calling Big E back up to his feet here as he dives in for a leaping leg lariat from the second rope. Samoa Joe so agile for his size. Able to dive off the second rope and connect with that leg lariat. Now calling Big E back up to his feet here. Going to Irish whip him off the ropes again. Looking for that leaping forearm smash that he hit in the corner earlier. Now counters Big E with a knee to the gut. He's going to hoist him up in the powerbomb position. Powerbombing him down with authority. Stacking him up for the cover here. And no, Big E able to get the shoulder up at the last minute yet again. Both of those near falls. Very close 2 counts. But Samoa Joe is able to transition that powerbomb into a Boston Crab of sorts. An inverted Boston Crab. Variation on the Billy Goat's curse. Is now Samoa Joe having his leg tripped out at the hands of Big E. Is now just going to stalk Big E from across the ring. Pacing back and forth. The frustration has got to be building for Samoa Joe. As if it didn't start off hot earlier in this contest. Now a series of back elbows. Ducking underneath that clothesline for Big E and catching him with a clothesline of his own. As now he's going to follow it up in the corner with the back elbow. And now an enziguri to follow it up. Samoa Joe hitting with such precision, so quickly, with such velocity. Now sending him across the ring, going to look to follow it up with a muscle buster, but it is countered by Big E, who is able to evade that. Now hoisting Samoa Joe up over in the corner into the Tree of Woe position. Now just a boot to the throat of Samoa Joe as he was hung upside down. Big E now finally allowing himself to get an advantage in this contest after a few minutes of offense from Samoa Joe. Big E having a window of opportunity here. Samoa Joe ducking out of the way of that one, and now a barrel roll takedown, sweeping out the legs of Big E in the process. The referee starting to administer a count on the inside, but Samoa Joe going to return the action quickly to the middle of the ring. Now hoisting Big E back up to his feet. A clothesline takedown, a huge lariat from Big E. Now Big E preparing himself, perhaps going to look for the big ending here. He's hoisted Samoa Joe up, but no, able to get his way out, wiggling his way out and shifting his weight, kicking out the leg of Big E in the process, hoisting him up for a huge powerbomb that launches Big E, sending him flying for a huge powerbomb into the buckle. Samoa Joe now going to Irish whip Big E across the ring yet again, coming in, standing in the face of Big E. What is he going to look for here? Yet another corner exploder suplex that sends Big E folding him up into that bottom turnbuckle pad. Samoa Joe going to send him across the ring yet again. Now it's Samoa Joe hoisting Big E up to the top rope in the avalanche position. What could Samoa Joe be looking for here? He's looking to go high risk up from the top rope, as we see Samoa Joe with Big E in position. He's hooking the arms. He has the butterfly suplex. Gonna send Big E crashing down from the top rope with a huge butterfly. Sending Big E down with such authority. Now calling him back up to his feet here. A stomp to the gut, but no. Big E is able to catch the foot and come in with a lethal lariat. Now hooking the leg. But a kick out again from Samoa Joe. I don't believe that Big E has had Samoa Joe down for more than a 1 count in this contest. It's going to take a big maneuver to put Joe down after the role that he has been on, after beating Kenny Omega last night. A man that has had multiple opportunities here on Monday Night Raw, never captured championship gold yet, but doing everything in his power to do so. Of course, we remember the incredible contest back at SummerSlam between Kenny Omega and Pete Dunne. Now Samoa Joe sending Big E into the turnbuckle once again. Gonna hoist him up to the top rope. Now he has him in position for the muscle buster. He has him captured up. And a huge muscle buster that sends Big E crashing out of the corner. Big E unaccompanied by any of his New Day brethren in this contest. And that might play to his deficit now, as Samoa Joe has Big E in position. Going to hook the leg after the muscle buster. 1, 2, and no! Big E is able to find a way to get the shoulder up somehow. Somehow kicking out of the muscle buster. And Samoa Joe, in disbelief, questioning the referee's count, is now going to hoist up Big E, spending no time, no wasted motion from Samoa Joe, able to connect with the Yokosuka cutter. And Samoa Joe now just going to scout Big E on the outside. He's now going to look to tope to the outside, catching him with a huge forearm on his way down, taking out Big E on the outside of our ring, now sending Big E back to the inside. Not going to allow the referee to continue his count. Samoa Joe now staying on the offensive here against Big E, turning him over for yet another Boston Crab, but Big E, tied up in the ropes, is able to force the break. Now sending him into the buckle. No, bringing him back and stomping him down for a huge big boot at the hands of Samoa Joe. Now stomping down on the ground, Samoa Joe. Very agitated at the resiliency of Big E in this contest, the ability for him to kick out. Now Big E gonna connect with a huge splash coming off of the ropes. With great momentum, getting a good vertical leap on that maneuver. Now Big E with a stomp to the gut, but it is caught by Samoa Joe, who trips out the leg, turning him over, and is now gonna lock in the STF clutch. He has him locked in an STF, wrenching back on that hold. Also trapping the left leg of Big E, but now Samoa Joe electing to let go of the maneuver here. A reversal from Big E, perhaps not the best move by Samoa Joe to release that hold. It's countered by Samoa Joe now, as Big E looked to turn him around. Samoa Joe going to be the one to turn him around with a huge German suplex, hooking the arms. Now going to connect with the dragon suplex. And for the second time in this contest, we'll see the trifecta of the Chimeraplex, sending him with a straightjacket German suplex on the back of his neck. And Samoa Joe now just going to scout Big E, waiting for him to get back up to his feet here to cinch in the coquina clutch, wrenching in on this choke and sucking the life out of Big E as Big E is forced to tap out now. Great fight put up by Big E Langston in this contest, but Samoa Joe proving to be too much for him here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We have to yet again question the antics of Samoa Joe last night, the reason why he is on Monday Night Raw here tonight. And of course the assault at the hands of Adam Cole at the beginning of this contest, not too sure what that was about. When I brought up a few possibilities, but we will have to wait until Survivor Series to get the answers to some of these questions. And again, stacking up Big E for that near fall off that powerbomb, turning it into the Boston Crab as Big E was able to kick out of it. And in the end, it was the coquina clutch that put Big E to sleep. An incredible contest to open us up on Monday Night Raw, but I'm being told that in the main event of Monday Night Raw coming up next, we have an opportunity for someone to prove themselves to be the third member of Team Raw. Given the orders by Kenny Omega, we will see coming up next who will earn themselves a spot on Team Raw.
My children can't eat no excuses. My daughter can't sleep in excuses. My son, he see me with no paper, like keep your excuses.
We are witnessing history here tonight as making his Raw debut is the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. Ibushi coming to the rescue of his partner Kenny Omega last night at Halloween Havoc, and it appears that Daniel Bryan is out here behind Ibushi. He's going to look to take down Ibushi with a lethal lariat to the back of the head. Daniel Bryan is fired up here tonight on the main event of Monday Night Raw. Yes, chance at the top of the stage. And you got to wonder, now going for a Frankensteiner at the top of the stage is the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. I don't believe this is the first time meeting between these two. I'm not sure on the history between Kota Ibushi and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan now both men going for huge drop kicks at the top of the stage. Now Kota Ibushi is going to send Daniel Bryan down and closer to our ringside area, connecting with that flipping senton on Kota Ibushi. And Daniel Bryan, as I alluded to earlier on, after our first contest, Daniel Bryan is receiving an opportunity here tonight to earn a spot on Team Raw. So it begs the question why he would come out here and attack Kota Ibushi. But Kota Ibushi holding his own as he hits him with a mushroom stomp on the up on the stage. Ibushi looking to run in with that knee yet again, but it is countered by Ibushi, who is able to find a reversal for Daniel Bryan, whipping him into the barricade. And Ibushi has had an answer for everything Daniel Bryan has thrown at him so far in this contest. Daniel Bryan looking to ambush Ibushi, perhaps trying to earn himself a spot on Team Raw, and more importantly, an opportunity to represent Team Raw at Survivor Series. Of course, Daniel Bryan former Triple Crown champion here on Monday Night Raw. Now suplexing Kota Ibushi to the outside, hoisting him over the ropes and crashing him down on the outside. Daniel Bryan now is fired up here on Monday Night Raw. Has returned back to the inside of the ring where he could finally get a bell in this contest. Oh, he uppercutted the referee. I believe that was a misdirection, as now he finally reaches his target and uppercuts Kota Ibushi. But Daniel Bryan laying his hands on the referee. That's something that he's not going to want to do if he wants to be successful here tonight. Knowing how much this contest means for him. Of course, Daniel Bryan being one of the last two men last week in the Battle Royal to prove who could be the #1, or who could be the captain of Team Raw, coming up short after a one-winged angel from Kenny Omega and a super kick that eliminated him. But of course, that opportunity would not want to be lost on Daniel Bryan. An opportunity to be on the Survivor Series card as Kota Ibushi connecting with that lion salt off of the second rope. Now gonna Irish whip Daniel Bryan across the ring, looking to connect with that dropkick, but Daniel Bryan able to sidestep, now lifts him up for the fireman's carry, and he's gonna spin him around, an airplane spin from the fireman's carry position, disorienting not only Kota Ibushi but Daniel Bryan himself. And Ibushi's gonna have to roll to the outside after that one, catch his breath, and perhaps reestablish himself. Daniel Bryan now gonna connect with a suplex back to the inside. We saw this suplex to the outside. Now Daniel Bryan mirroring himself, suplexing Kota Ibushi back onto the canvas, and now going to Irish whip him across the ring and into the buckle. Ibushi finding a reversal for that. Now Daniel Bryan with a reversal, a back elbow over in the corner. Going to go behind with a huge German suplex to Kota Ibushi. And Daniel Bryan now over in the corner, shaking his head in disbelief at what Kota Ibushi has been able to accomplish in a short time here on Monday Night Raw. Of course, this being his first contest, but he has already landed himself a spot on Team Raw due to his friendship with Kenny Omega. And of course, saving him from Samoa Joe last night at Halloween Havoc, as I mentioned in our opening contest. Still many questions unanswered at the hands of Samoa Joe. A huge teardrop suplex from Daniel Bryan is going to plant Kota Ibushi on the canvas, but he finds a reversal, perhaps playing possum off of that maneuver. Daniel Bryan now fighting his way back up to his feet here. Is now going to connect with a combination of strikes, a spinning back fist, and now Daniel Bryan with those up kicks to the chest of Kota Ibushi, and a spinning back kick to finish it all off. Daniel Bryan is fired up, as I've said multiple times here, but it is true. Daniel Bryan hitting with ill intent here on Monday Night Raw. Now it's Kota Ibushi who's going to fire back with a series of strikes. That combination, the spinning back kick, the exact same combination that Daniel Bryan just hit him with. Kota Ibushi gonna mirror now in this contest, hooking the leg of Daniel Bryan off of that striking combination. Daniel Bryan able to get the shoulder up at the count of one. But a grounded drop kick now from Ibushi. Let's see what Ibushi plans on here. He's gonna spring to the outside, calling Daniel Bryan back up to his feet here as he scouts him from the apron. He's going to spring in for a huge dropkick, but Daniel Bryan was able to sidestep it. Every time that Ibushi looked for a dropkick in this contest, Daniel Bryan has been able to evade it. Now rebounding off of the ropes and going to connect with a dropkick of his own over in the corner. Daniel Bryan now lifting Kota Ibushi back up to his feet. He's going to connect perhaps with another dropkick over in the corner, but Ibushi waving it off, unaffected by that corner dropkick. Daniel Bryan now battling back and forth with a series of strikes from both men. Now a European uppercut from Daniel Bryan. He's going to send Kota Ibushi to the outside, creating some separation between the two. And Daniel Bryan now going to scout Ibushi from the inside. Is going to look to rebound off of the ropes and connect with a tope suicida to the outside, sending Kota Ibushi back into the barricade. A huge tope from Daniel Bryan, building momentum in this contest. That's exactly what he's going to want to do. He's going to have to stay on top of Ibushi, because Ibushi could answer back at any second with any flurry of offense that comes to his mind. Daniel Bryan now getting up on the apron, taunting the crowd, pointing to get them in his favor, as the referee going to administer his count on the inside of the ring. Kota Ibushi trying to recover on the outside now. Daniel Bryan going to connect with a huge pescado to the outside, a corkscrew plancha, I should say, from Daniel Bryan. And now yet again, he's going to dive down on Kota Ibushi with a huge leaping senton from the apron to the floor. He's now going to send Ibushi back within the ropes. Following him in is Daniel Bryan. Now looks to pick the leg, but Kota Ibushi answering back with a kick to the face, creating some distance, but a roaring forearm is going to send Kota Ibushi reeling yet again. Daniel Bryan once again looking to target the leg, but it's countered by Ibushi, who is now going to receive a hatch suplex for his troubles over into the corner, hooking the arm and sending him over for a suplex. Daniel Bryan now hooking the arm of Kota Ibushi. He's going to lock in the cattle mutilation, wrenching away on this hold, this devastating maneuver that he has. Kota Ibushi locked in, but he is quickly able to reverse the pressure and kick down Daniel Bryan with a huge head kick. But Daniel Bryan is able to counter the second head kick at the hands of Ibushi. Now hooking the arms from behind, and now dragon suplex, bridging over Daniel Bryan with a 2 count. But no, Kota Ibushi is able to get the shoulder up just in time. You got to think, after the assault that Daniel Bryan administered on Kota Ibushi at the opening of this contest, Ibushi does not want Daniel Bryan on Team Raw. A series of kicks over in the corner now from Daniel Bryan, washing the face of Kota Ibushi in the corner with his boot. Now dragging him back to the center of the ring. Kota Ibushi could not be more centered right now. As Daniel Bryan going to hop to the outside, springing over and now going high risk. Daniel Bryan is going high risk now from the top rope. Is going to go for the diving headbutt, the flying goat from the top rope. Daniel Bryan doing everything it takes here tonight to earn himself a victory over Kota Ibushi. Now hooking the arms once again, is going to connect with a butterfly suplex, but he just launches Ibushi into the ropes. Daniel Bryan now springing up quickly to the top rope, is going to look to connect with an elbow drop. Hooking the leg of Ibushi now. 1, 2, and no. Kota Ibushi once again finding a way to get the shoulder up in this contest, preventing Daniel Bryan from joining the ranks of Ibushi and Omega as part of Team Raw. Kota Ibushi now going to hoist Daniel Bryan up into the crucifix bomb position, but Daniel Bryan able to wiggle his way out and now connect with a neck breaker. Stomping on the arm of Kota Ibushi is Daniel Bryan, turning him over for a dragon sleeper. He has him locked in. The dragon sleeper wrenching away on this hold now. Devastating maneuver meant to decapitate Kota Ibushi, but Ibushi is able to reverse the pressure and send Daniel Bryan crashing over. Now Daniel Bryan got charged up, going to look to connect with a roundhouse kick, but Kota Ibushi able to find a reversal. Now hooking the neck of Daniel Bryan, is going to connect with a huge stabilizer. Bridging over now on Daniel Bryan. 1, 2, and no. Daniel Bryan, a man with a history of neck injuries and concussions. That is a maneuver that could absolutely end his career, send him back into rehabilitation with only one maneuver. But Kota Ibushi seemingly unfazed by the risks and the length that he is willing to go to, as well as Daniel Bryan, of course, connecting with a huge diving headbutt earlier on in this contest. Now springing in with a tremendous springboard dropkick. Kota Ibushi now going to be countered off that belly to belly with the bell clap of Daniel Bryan, who sends Ibushi into the turnbuckle pad now. A reversal from Ibushi with that back elbow as these two going blow for blow, countering every one of their shots. Ibushi is able to catch the leg, turning him around, and he's going to connect with the German suplex into the buckle. Kota Ibushi now turning over Daniel Bryan, is going to stomp on the back of him. Now go high risk from the top rope, going for a Phoenix Splash, crashing down on Daniel Bryan, hooking the leg. 1, 2, and no. Daniel Bryan again able to find a way to get the shoulder up in this contest. How was he able to kick out of Kota Ibushi's best shot, the Phoenix Splash from the top rope? Now diving in with an elbow drop from Ibushi. Ibushi now hoisting Daniel Bryan up and into position. He's going to lift him up once again. He's going to look to lock him in for the Steamalizer. And he connects with the bridging package powerbomb. That move can easily break the neck of Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan has not moved since. Now Kota Ibushi is going to lift him back up to his feet here. Somehow Daniel Bryan is standing right now. Perhaps just with the support of the turnbuckle pads. But no, he's able to find a reversal for Kota Ibushi over in the corner, who trips out the leg, and is now going to wrench in the Achilles lock that he has locked in on Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan, caught up in the ropes, is able to force the break, create a rope break. But Ibushi going to be quick to follow it up with a Phoenix Splash from the top rope, perhaps looking to put away Daniel Bryan with another one of those Phoenix Splashes. Daniel Bryan Was able to kick out the first time, but I believe if Kota Ibushi can connect with another one of those maneuvers, that will be the nail in the coffin of Daniel Bryan. Now connected with a standing moonsault to the American Dragon. The Golden Star now going to hook the leg of Daniel Bryan here. Looking for the pinfall on Bryan, but no, he gets the shoulder up. Desperate for the cover is Kota Ibushi, trying to earn himself his first victory here on Monday Night Raw. Corkscrew moonsault at the hands of Ibushi. Now stomping on the face of Daniel Bryan to turn him over, but Daniel Bryan going to pick the leg of Kota Ibushi, connecting with a dragon screw leg whip, turning him over now. Daniel Bryan now going to look to lock in the surfboard stretch. He has Kota Ibushi hooked and is now going to surfboard him up, suspending him in the air. Now dropping him down. He's going to lock in the Dragon Sleeper once again, this time with the surfboard leg stretch applied on Kota Ibushi. Wrenching away on this hold. Look at the torque that he has on the back of Ibushi. But Ibushi now fighting out of it with a strike to the face of Daniel Bryan. He's able to force the break. Ibushi now with a kick to the gut. Going to look to hoist Daniel Bryan up in the powerbomb position, perhaps looking for the Golden Star powerbomb, but no, sending him into the buckle. A huge buckle bomb from Kota Ibushi that sends Daniel Bryan crashing into the turnbuckle pad. Is now going to look to put him away with that very maneuver. 2, and no, Daniel Bryan again finding a way to get his shoulder up despite everything that Ibushi has thrown at him. Now raking the eyes is Ibushi of Daniel Bryan. There is some bad blood between these two. Now Kota Ibushi going to hoist him up to the top rope, looking to ascend the ranks of Monday Night Raw, as well as the ascend the ropes. They have a huge avalanche victory roll from the top rope. Unbelievable. Kota Ibushi could have put him away with that maneuver. Daniel Bryan quickly answering back with a European uppercut, sending Ibushi back and into the buckle. Ibushi countering with a knee to the face. Now it's Daniel Bryan who sends him to the outside. They like to bring him back in, but Ibushi now with a counter, a shoulder tackle, and now hooking him up in this pinfall cover after the sunset flip. Daniel Bryan able to get his shoulder up once again in this contest. That's a huge dropkick that levels Kota Ibushi. And Bryan now going to look to go high risk once again, climbing up to the top rope. Now calling for Ibushi to get back up to his feet here. Daniel Bryan has something in mind, a front dropkick that is sidestepped by Ibushi. But Ibushi now going to receive the yes kicks, the grounded yes kicks to the chest from Daniel Bryan. A combination of kicks, unrelenting. And now the roundhouse to the face at the hands of Daniel Bryan. Kota Ibushi now fighting his way back up to his feet here, but it is reversed. Now Ibushi going to hoist him up. Going to look to lock him in for the crunchy. Hooking the legs now on Daniel Bryan. 2, and no, Daniel Bryan again. Somehow so resilient, able to find a way to kick out. Kota Ibushi perhaps looking to put the nail in the coffin here. Locking in the yes lock. He has him locked in the lapel lock of his own, but a rope break at the hands of Daniel Bryan. Able to reach out and grab the ropes before Kota Ibushi could put him away with his own submission move. But Ibushi quickly able to kick him back down. Now raking the eyes once again. The referee clear view of that maneuver, but now looking to step in. I don't know what he's doing here. Daniel Bryan now with a reversal on that reverse DDT. Able to fight out of that power slam. Now sending Ibushi into the turnbuckle pad. Is going to turn him around. Now going to hoist him up to the top rope. Daniel Bryan, the American Dragon, looking to go high risk here with Kota Ibushi from the top rope, but Ibushi finds a counter. Is now going to dive down with a missile dropkick from the top rope. Ibushi now springing to the outside. He's going to look to dive in with a huge diving nothing, and Daniel Bryan is able to catch him in the lapel lock in the process. Huge flying nothing from Kota Ibushi is countered by Daniel Bryan, but is he too close to the ropes here? He is, as he forces the rope break. That's the second time in this match that we have seen the lapel lock be countered with a rope break. And now the butterfly suplex that sends Kota Ibushi crashing across the ring. Daniel Bryan now scouting Ibushi, waiting for him to get back up to his feet here as he hooks the arms from behind. Tiger suplex on Kota Ibushi, and Daniel Bryan now going to back up. Call Ibushi back up to his feet here as he scouts him over in the corner. Going to rebound off the ropes, coming in with a huge crucifix bomb. The referee taking a minute to get down there, perhaps delaying the count, and that might have been what cost Daniel Bryan this contest, taking a second for the official to get down. Now locking in the front chancery is Daniel Bryan, hooking in the leg on this front chancery DDT clutch. The front face lock applied to Kota Ibushi, but Ibushi gonna find a way to fight out of this, bridging over. Finding a way out now is Ibushi, creating some distance, but no, Daniel Bryan gonna close that distance with the yes kicks, grounding Kota Ibushi once again with a series of kicks to the chest. Kota Ibushi, however, no stranger to powerful kicks, but being at the mercy of Daniel Bryan, as now Daniel Bryan gonna back up and gonna look for the running B+ from the corner, a huge Basaiku knee. The running B+, connecting with that single leg knee to Kota Ibushi, and that might be enough to earn Daniel Bryan a victory here. 1, 2, and 3. Daniel Bryan is successful here tonight in Kota Ibushi's first Monday Night Raw match, able to put him away. Unbelievable contest that we saw here tonight between Daniel Bryan and Kota Ibushi. Daniel Bryan becoming the third member of Team Raw after his efforts here tonight. Perhaps Kenny Omega will reward Adam Cole for his assault earlier on, or perhaps Samoa Joe's intentions were to become a member of Team Raw. So many questions left unanswered, as I said, heading into Survivor Series, but as we saw an incredible contest here tonight between Kota Ibushi and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan finally becoming successful here after everything these two went through here tonight. A series of yes chants from Daniel Bryan in the middle of the ring to commemorate this huge achievement. Thank you for joining me for Monday Night Raw, the last one before we head into Survivor Series. We will catch you this Sunday in which Team Raw and Team SmackDown go head-to-head in multiple competitions featuring champion versus champion matches and the traditional Survivor Series matchup. Thank you for joining me, and we will catch you for Survivor Series.